Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to From the Depths with me, Alathrix, and of course, welcome to our poor little battered and bruised ship, the Oathbreaker. After the fights in the previous video, we're looking not the best at the moment, but hopefully today we will be able to get enough resources to start working on our next project. That's either going to be converting these guns into something a bit more scary, most likely lower gauge, rapid fire, short range railguns, because that's just going to be a load of fun. We could finally add ourselves some proper engines, no longer relying purely on RTG, adding the sides to the craft. There's a lot to do. Although a lot of people pointed something out which I've purposefully not looked at, it turns out my control block, which is actually hidden down here, is currently affecting more than just the spin blocks at the front. It's definitely not affecting my propulsion, but apparently it is affecting some other stuff. And actually now I've looked, maybe it's affecting the propulsion as well. Apparently it's yep, it is affecting the radars. I am going to see everything. Yeah, the craft's looking a bit weird at the moment, isn't it? But actually, yeah, let's turn off all drives for the moment. Yeah, I'm not slowing down fast enough. I think my back propellers, yep, my back rotors are actually being controlled by accident by my spin block controller. Okay, note to self, let's limit the range. Gonna keep it affecting the radars though, because that just makes me happy. You don't even need the control block these days anyway for the spin block. Oh, hello, there is a thing! Fire at the thing! Well, I was hoping to get some resources just the old-fashioned way, but sure. Straight away, we have a couple of friends. I have no idea what either of them are. I think they're the same craft. Oh, which means they'll be on the same side. Well, this is not exactly the nicest to start, it's got to be said, but if we can harvest them, perhaps capture them, well, then things are going to be looking a lot better for us. We really only have enough power, though, for one particle cannon shot, so... Oh, they're not the same craft. One has missiles. They are both aiming at me, though, so either way, consider them both meanie heads. Oh! You knocked off my foot. Ooh, you broke the game. The game has crashed. That's just rude. Okay, well the game's back up and running, so no enemies yet, but also no resource zone. That kind of just vanished apparently in the reset. So here we are, just cruising along, recharging our batteries, waiting for something to shoot us. Well, we're back. Hopefully we can find something which doesn't break us this time. I can't find the resource zone I was heading towards before, though I think I'm going the wrong way now anyway. And it turns out that spin block controller wasn't the thing messing with my rotors. It was a whole other system which I'd accidentally placed wrong. So, the rotors just really wanted us to go forwards, apparently. Okay, slow down a bit. Let's try and get as much charge as possible. And hopefully we'll find something interesting soon. So, really simple thing, which I think I'm going to have for our main jets here, is rather than have it set to a certain button, like I press one button and the jets activate, and we go flying forwards, instead, we're going to use them like this. Once we hit 70 meters per second, there we go, the jets will activate all over the craft, giving us a serious burst of speed, because if we're going 70, it means we're most likely trying to ram something. There we go, and as soon as we go below 70, they will deactivate. The reason we don't want them on all the time, of course, is that these directly burn resources and will need me to have a fuel storage. So I really don't want them to be permanently on. That's what the RTGs are for, making this thing essentially free until combat starts. Looks like it's time for some revenge, boys. Fantastic. You broke my game before, now I'm gonna break your spine. Ooh, those are cram cannons. Wait, that's not... Is that a Crossbones? You made my voice go really high-pitched there, mate. But you kind of look like a Crossbones at a distance, so I don't think you are what I was fighting before. No, because what I was fighting before had advanced cannons, for a start. Okay, it's actually going to be quite difficult to use our particle cannon effectively here, because it has so many spin blocks and turrets. The odds of us hitting something useless is very high, but since they're mostly wooden armor, we should just chew through them as soon as we get in melee range. I have no idea where I'm meant to fire. Obviously, we need to avoid that spinning block in the middle. Oh, please oh, we did not dodge that at all. Fire somewhere in the core. Fire! Yes, 903,000 damage. Hello, lad. Racking up loads more damage here. Remember, we do have rams all on the bottom of our craft. So if we just go over them like this, we're just going to shear off a layer from them. We bounced over them. Okay, get ready for another attack run. Seems like it still hasn't quite righted itself yet. Ah, not quite as much damage there, but still enough to kill it. We won't actually get all that much resource from this. We need to capture something, and the Crossbones, despite being amazing, I think it's only like 200, 300k resources? So we won't get that much from just killing it. But still, that was a lot of fun. The Crossbones has a lot of blocks. It's got a stupidly high volume, so that's why we weren't particularly great at just obliterating it. But still, enough repairs at least. Pretty much a net neutral fight there, so hopefully we can find something a bit more expensive and capture it later. What I probably should think about adding soon is some Harpoons. I know I add them to every melee craft, but there's a reason for it. Just being able to hold the enemy in place while we devour them and while I try and capture it is an absolute fantastic thing. Next enemy seems to be quite a fast one, which is going to be a problem for us, but let's see what we can do. Can we get enough resources to start working on our next project? That's what the main question is. Oh, it's a nuke, isn't it? Can you stop doing this, game, please? Is it a nuke? Is it just a rammy person? Either way, I'm actually going to slow down. Let it come to me. Let me get some more charge up. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I love this weapon! Oh, that is glorious. What is with us right now? What's happened to us? Why am I facing directly? Oh, I have no energy, that's why. My PIDs aren't working. Okay, let's charge back up. Oh. That was beautiful. That was... Whoa, that was worth a lot. Well then. Oh, it's so satisfying. You press a button, it detonates into red explodey things. Everyone's happy. Okay, I've decided I want more capability for normal melee, so I'm going to be working on the jets, and I'm also going to be working on the Harpoons. They're the two things I'm focusing on right now. So I'm probably going to have to break all of this, which is fine because I didn't like how it looked anyway, but break it out so it's at least 1 or 2 wider. Then we'll have 2 sets of custom jets in each just because it'll look cooler, and that'll be set to only when I'm going at a certain speed. Or I could just set it to a certain button, but I do like the whole point of it as being, oh, you're going above a certain amount of speed, clearly you want to hit something in the face, let me help you with that. There go the jets, and not bad considering these are not particularly big jets. Most of this armor section is actually empty. And then I should be able to turn it off. Yep, holding reverse will turn them off. Anytime I get above 60 though, they will automatically activate. Actually over 100 meters again, and considering how much heavier we are, really shows the power of these jets. Okay, let's see. So right now I'm running just off the jets and nothing else. Oh my, they are actually surprisingly good even on their own. It's 90. Lovely. That is such a fun thing to control. Yes, yes, yes! That is exactly what I wanted. Look at that little happy radars. Seeing everything happily. They're happy, you know. Added some really basic harpoons to the front of the craft. I'm a little bit concerned they might get caught in us if we're going at max speed, but they should be okay. They have a tiny bit of EMP, but for the most part they are just speed and harpoony goodness. That's really it. Now I just need to wait for a new target once again. Don't want to spend anything just now, because I want the rest of that resource to be used for something else, and the next project's going to be quite expensive. Either a full proper harpoon setup, adding even more jets, or converting the weapons. All these things are going to cost an absolute fortune, and I just can't bring myself to tear down all the standard stuff here. It's just too pretty. But it would give us so much money back. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. There is a flyer heading towards us. I doubt they're gonna hit it, but if they do, that'd be amazing. Oh, it has laser munition defense, yeah. Oh, we are lagging out badly there. Missed with the particle cannon, but we did actually hit with some of our harpoons. Now, if I go backwards and I press 5, what I should be able to do is pull you into the water. Yeah, sure, you're gonna hurt us loads until then, but I want to see you drown. Come on, yield to me. Please. I doubt those missiles are going to be able to work now at this range, right? Unless they're actually torps. No. Oh, we've stopped you from being able to fight us. We're a versatile little annoying thing, aren't we? Oh, and this time we hit with the particle cannon! Because we're facing up! Oh, that is wonderful! That seems a bit mean, I've got to be honest, but I don't care. Lovely. Okay, now we rise from the blue that is on the bottom of the ocean. What? Let's go back up, shall we? Too low. Ah, sadly we can't capture it, we won't be able to reach it in time, but yep. We killed a flyer by dragging it too low. Also, that was amazing. Oh, no, it's firing again. Oh, it's not going to be able to hit us, it's fine. Just slowly ascend. Go back slowly. We might actually be able to capture it. It does take a long time for too low to kill the thing. Oh, no, there it goes. Below 80% health and sinking. That's a shame. Oh, I am in love with this boat. This is my favourite boat. 43k. Yep, definitely enough for the repairs. All our expensive stuff is like at the very bottom of the craft. I can't tell if we're going up. We should be. Ooh, why is our altitude so low? Oh, it's because we have no engine power. Yeah, we're going to keep sinking for a while, but don't worry, we will once again ascend once we have a bit more battery power. Well, what are you? Well, you're a Scarlet... You're not Scarlet, you're Steel Strider. You could look up like a bigger version of us. Well, at least before we started making all the conversions, that is. Oh, it's taking out our missiles. Will we land any of them? Yes, one Harpoon stuck. Firing a particle cannon in 3, 2, now! You're the Excalibur, and your food. Ah, lovely, all that kinetic damage adding up. Oh, I did. We could actually capture it. No, I didn't see. Be mine, friend. Friendship is mutilation. Okay, before we do anything, I need to go to the creative mode because I just want to see this thing properly before we destroy it. Obviously, this time we're not going to jump and convert the Excalibur, even though it's bloody gorgeous. But I do want to see it before it becomes materials. So this is what we just tore apart. Steel Striders. Steel Strider creators, my god, you make some amazing looking ships. You make me feel very bad, you know. Oh, I love the superstructure on this. I love all of this. Love the cannons, they are satisfying looking. So I wonder where its AI is. Let's kill that and let's respawn it as our own for a second. Steel Strider's player, so let's go to Dar. Let's see then. So we got insanely lucky, because look, here's the AI, here's the mainframe, and we hit essentially here. And we just bored a hole. We went straight for it. I just went for the center of the craft, honestly. It wasn't a calculated move. This is why larger ships... Oh, same fellows. I think it's made by the same person. Oh, that explains why this thing looks amazing, just like the craft we stole in the first place to make our Oathbreaker. But larger craft like this, especially in the higher difficulties, this thing's a medium difficulty, so I'm definitely going through a blue portal next, which will massively increase the difficulty. So I feel like I've stayed in 55 too long already, even though I've only been here for a couple of hours. But yeah, having a few mainframes spread throughout the craft makes them a lot more sturdy, because a lucky hit like that, or perhaps a Hesh round or something, could cause some serious problems. So saying that, I believe this does have the shield generator similar to our craft. I'm almost certain of it. Am I wrong? I could be wrong. I could be very much mistaken. I'm sure I saw them a moment. Oh, yep, there they are. So, lots of extra armor, but yeah, an extra mainframe or two would make this so much more difficult to kill. Not a criticism, by the way. Again, this is a medium difficulty ship. It's not intended to be utter meta. But it is phenomenal. Love this design. Okay, enough gushing over this, otherwise I'll be looking at this literally all day. Let's get back to the game, and we're hunting for a blue portal, which will take us to an area with no enemies, but will then massively increase the difficulty once we leave that area. Well, we'll find one eventually, but until we do, I'm going to start finally sculpting this section over here. So I still want to go with the idea of having two separate kind of pontoons attached to the battleship. So I'm thinking of doing is making this bit here a hard connection point. Then we bring this out to here, go backwards, and then have the main building kind of all here and going a little bit further under the water than the rest of the battleship does. That will make this the most stable thing and provide us loads of space to build whatever we want. Extra turrets, extra thrusters or anything else, lots of roll protection. In fact, it's probably going to have enough space. If we want to allow this thing to spin and flip, we could do that very easily. So it's probably what we're going to be focusing on next, especially now that I really want to go with the whole, oh, it's an aircraft, let's drag it under the water, because that's just way more fun. That's definitely the way we're going to go from there. But seriously, blue portals. Portals all. That was loads where I was a while back, but just... Oh, was that blue? I can control portals. Water and portals. These are things I can control. Excellent. I'm a very unique individual. Full speed ahead. But yes, that's the plan. Now, I am actually running out of time already. The video is probably only like 12 or 13 minutes long, but there's been a lot of periods of just doing nothing in this video. Loads of fun stuff, but a lot of just searching for some action. That's a tiny little... It's dead. It's a tiny little dead thing. A corpse just spawned in front of us. Why did a corpse spawn in front of us? I don't know. Well, either way, we're currently in 55. Let's go through this blue portal and we'll see where that takes us in terms of difficulty. What I'm hoping is maybe 70. That's going to be pretty extreme. We're going to be seeing some expert and godly designs now. Red portals everywhere. So right now then, we are now in 70. We'll go through a red, which will take us to 75. So let's stop and let's start doing a little bit of work. I think the first thing I want to do is see if I can make it easier to control underwater. Let's see if I can make it so the whole strategy of bringing something underwater with us is a viable one. So for you, a few seconds will have passed. For me, I've been here for about 20 minutes because I was trying to make it so I'd have perfect pitch control underwater while still having everything nice and automated, and I just about got there and I realised I didn't like the system at all. So now, instead, what we have is really simple. When I go backwards, there we are, as long as I press 5 first, the hydrofoils will push me straight under the water, and my ship will now stay stable. Whereas before, I had the hydrofoils helping to control our pitch. No longer the case. All I just have one extra blade at the front and 2 extra propellers at the back. So as you can see, we can still descend very quickly. And we can make this faster, by the way, if we choose to. This is just the very first version. But then if I stop going backwards, what should happen is I should start There we go, going up at actually a faster speed. So we very rapidly ascend, going back to the top of the water. So that's absolutely fine. This is proof the system will work absolutely fine. I can still control my pitch slightly, but I've essentially made it so now the craft should be stable no matter where it is. It's always trying to keep the pitch very, very level. This is going to make it way easier in deciding where we're going to have the harpoons. We can have them on top now, perhaps have spikes on the top of the craft, just shear all this off, just spikes and blades and spinny things, then have some torpedoes on the side, which will then turn into missiles and grab things. There's loads we can do. This way, we have almost complete control over the craft. Now, if I wanted to, I could set our altitude via a series of PIDs or through control blocks or even the breadboard so that we have various settings. So this will be our default. If that's a little bit higher, it will be our default, and then we could set one for -30, -50, etc. And then at a press a button, the boat would go there. But for now, this is more than adequate. Because once I grab something, I don't just want to go down, I want to go backwards as well, because then we're going to pull them with us, and that's going to cause way more problems for them. If we just go straight downwards, it's not going to be as effective. At least that's the idea. So more with the design, I love the idea of it staying quite scaffoldy and almost orky, so I'm going to bring out these 3 sections here. These are going to meet with the front here and make the 2 side sections, which will have a load more of our roll controls, but also we're going to have hydrofoils way underneath the water. Also, right now, the underneath this craft is a mess because I'm still going to build down a few more layers, which is going to completely encapsulate everything I've built there. So don't worry about that. Loads of building in the next video, and actually, that's where I'm going to say that right now, I'm afraid, I really am all out of time for today's video. It has been a serious amount of fun recording this. This has been, honestly, one of my favourite episodes to record so far. It's just been really, really fun. So I really hope you've enjoyed it too. The next video is going to be a serious building video in which we use that 404,000 resources to make our craft into what is essentially nearing its final form. The weapons will be altered, the sides will be complete, and our mechanisms for capturing and destroying aircraft will finally be something more viable. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that From the Depths is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you for watching, do take care, and until next time, goodbye. I was just staring at things and trying to decide where I'm going to build things, and I got lost in thought there. Bye bye.